Welcome back to Coming At Ya. Triple M Ravenswood Raceway has been an integral part of motor racing in Western Australia from the late 60s. Drag racing, like most other sports, requires time and dedication. One of the most dedicated would have to be Darwin-based racer John Buchanan. For John, commuting between Darwin and Perth to race at Ravenswood is now just a part of the challenge to compete in the sport at the highest level.
John, it must be very difficult to maintain a top alcohol dragster from Darwin when you're competing here at Ravenswood Raceway.
It certainly is, Stuart. It's very difficult for me because the last two vehicles I've been associated with, I've spent a lot of time working on them myself, and I've had to abdicate a lot of that responsibility to my crew chief, Ian Jenkins, who thankfully I can rely on very heavily. He's a great man in a tight situation, and as long as I keep sending him the money, he keeps putting the car together in a more than quality fashion.
Well, John, it seems to be the catch cry of all motorsports, send more money. How do you manage to keep the car and the team going in one direction? Sponsors must be essential.
Sponsors are essential, Stuart, for sure. There's a whole list of things that are involved in what it takes to keep my vehicle on the track. Predominantly, I'm working in Darwin at the moment for that very reason, to earn enough money to support my racing operation. There wasn't sufficient opportunities at the time in Perth, and rather than go to the East Coast, I decided to go to Darwin, mainly because I hadn't been there, and it looked like a golden opportunity to go and experience the north of the country. But apart from that, sponsorship is very important. I have some people that help me out excuse me, to the best of their ability. Sprintex Superchargers are one of them, a West Australian-based company, and they support me as much as they can at the moment. And also Penrite Motor Oils and Stubber Property Developments. They all support me to the best of their ability. But I'm really looking for a major sponsor to step up and provide a budget with which we can really do some serious racing.
John, the current car is a top alcohol dragster, runs a supercharged aluminium Keith Black engine. Where did you come from? You didn't start out jumping into a 6-second top alcohol car?
No, not at all. I guess I started off the same way as a lot of young guys do. I became interested in vehicles and started to do the wrong thing on the street when I was a young lad, and I made a decision very early on that wasn't a smart move, and I decided to look at building a drag car for myself, because I'd been to the track here a number of times as a spectator, and I met some of the racers after the meeting, after one particular meeting, and realised that it was a very good social scene, and they were a very friendly bunch of people, and I decided it was a good sport to become associated with. So Gary O'Neill, who works on my race car still to this day, and myself put together a small Ford Capri with a rather large engine in it, and decided to race that in the super sedan class here. With mixed results, but we had a lot of fun and learnt a lot of the basic lessons that you need to when you're racing down here at Ravenswood. From then we progressed to a small rear-engine dragster, which was a fuel-injected small V8 powered car, which we managed to reset the national record with at one stage. And the next logical progression from that for the typical drag racer is to move up to a slightly quicker class, and that's what I've done with the alcohol dragster. And there's one more step on the ladder that I would like to move up to one day.
Well, the move from an alcohol car to the kings of the sport, a top fuel car, has been a plan for you for quite some time. Is it any closer, John?
Possibly.
Well, I put it another way. The opportunity is there. Do you now need just one more component, the sponsors, to help carry your name forward?
I certainly do if I was to go out and do it by myself. I have had negotiations with some other people that may present another opportunity, another avenue for me. But I would certainly like to race my own car with my crew. As I said, the guys I trust with my life every time I run the car, basically, and I know I can trust them to do the jobs that they've got assigned on the crew. So I would like to go and race top fuel with the crew that I've grown up in racing with, basically.
Well, John, very briefly, how different is your top alcohol car, which looks like a top fuel car anyway, big long dragster, to a full top fuel operation?
you're right, it does look very similar. There are some reasonably major differences. An alcohol car generally runs a transmission, a 3-speed transmission. It's a Lenco racing transmission, which is a purpose-built gearbox for drag racing vehicles. Whereas a top fuel dragster these days no longer runs any form of transmission as such. They all run multi-stage clutches. They're putting out in the region of, well, a top-running top fuel car be putting out around about 4,500 to 5,000 horsepower. An alcohol dragster, probably somewhere between 1,800 and 2,200 for a fairly hard-running alcohol car. So you can see there's quite a marked difference in the horsepower that these vehicles are putting out. And as a result, there's a marked difference in the elapsed times and the speeds that they run.
Well, John, thanks for your time talking to us between rounds of qualifying here at Triple M Ravenswood Raceway, and we wish you well for today and also for your season. 9 more opportunities to fly to Perth from Darwin.